Hello, Camila and I have studied Isabel II of Spain, and this is our work. She was born in Madrid in 1830, in the fourth marriage of Fernando VII with her niece Maria Cristina de Bourbon. Before she, the woman's golden reign, but his father Fernando VII changed this law. Isabella II was called Asturias Princess in 1833, and she was proclaimed queen when her father died on the same year. Isabella II was too young, so the regency fell on her mother Maria Cristina. Her uncle, Carlos Maria Isidro, wasn't agreed with her reign, and he wanted the throne. This sparked the First Carlist War between 1833 and 1840. Maria Cristina led the defense of their dynastic rights against supporters of Don Carlos. For this, she did an alliance with the liberals, who saw the possibility of their ideas succeed against absolutist party around Don Carlos. In consequence, Maria Cristina called the liberals to the government and adopted the semi-constitutional regime for the real estate in 1834. The liberals pressure forced her to admit the nationalization of the church properties in the confiscation of Mendizábal. And established a liberal regime. There was a new constitution called the 1837 Constitution. The Isabel's army was, as the armies of Partido have succeeded to the Carlists in the north, in 1839 in the Convention of Vergara, and in the Maestrado. Cabrera defeated them in 1840. On the same year, Maria Cristina was defeated of the regency and of Spain, in cause of her magnanimous marriage and her rebellious attitude to the liberalism. The General Espartero was the next regent in 1841. In this time, there were two forms of thing in the liberal family: moderate party and progressist party. After 3 years of Espartero's regency and the predominance of the progressists, in 1843 the regent was overthrown, in one movement which participates moderates and progressists and happies. To avoid a new regency, they decided to move the old majority of Isabella II. She started her reign with 13 years old. A modern maneuver completed racing away from power orthodox progressive accused of having forced the will of the Queen.
Isabella II preferred to help the moderates. She broke her arbitrary faction rule because she couldn't choose, and if she did it, progressives will never govern it, so they decided to try by the force. The Isabella ignorance was complicated with her sexual dissatisfaction. in cause of her marriage with her cousin Francisco de Assis. Isabella had a lot of lovers who affect sentimentally to her, and this influenced in the queen's decisions. She was affected from people from an extra-constitutional influence. There were 10 years of uninterrupted government of the moderates, with, with the General Narvaez like governor. This was in a new constitution in 1845. Some important laws formed the model of the liberal state to a conservative version. This reestablished the relationship with the Pope, and this caused a revolution of the liberals. The conservative situation was reestablished, opening an alternative period between the moderates of Narvaez and the third party led by O'Donnell, and progressives were excluded. The progressives were indignant again for the insurrectionary route and demanded the dethronement of Isabel, and accused her for disloyalty to the national will. There was a revolution and she gave to take vacants that were false vacants, when in reality there she went to exile to France. In 1870 she abdicated and his son Alfonso occupied the throne, but Isabel strode to Cánovas to the defense of Spain in cause of the dynastic restoration, which was achieved after the failure of successive revolutionary political administration. Isabel was back to Spain extremely minority to have political influences, but her disappointment with the government of Cánovas did that Isabella had to exile definitively in Paris. She died there in 1904. The end.